Mikhail stack up, you think, out there getting all that time in the second half, how they do across from you?
To me, I felt like they did very good. They stepped up when they had to. Times right. Mikhail made the game-winning pass breakup, so I was very happy and proud of him. DJ made plays time in and time in there, so it was just amazing to know that if one of us go down, that our backups have no drop off.
Do you think that could have been PI called on Mikhail in the last one?
You see, if anything, I would have gave him more offensive PI because when he got out of his break, he pushed off. But, you know, it is what it is now. So I'll say no for Mikhail.
When you flip fields like that in game, what really changes for you when you flip those positions?
Well, it was harder for me this time because I didn't really truly study the boundary. I knew the adjustments, I knew the checks just from being in meetings and understand certain stuff, but I didn't know certain splits and certain stuff like that. I knew the concepts they like to run, but now it's kind of easier because now I get to actually study and actually know that I'm probably going to go into the boundary this game. But stuff like that really isn't too hard. Definitely you have Nick Pickett and Brady Breeze and Javon Holland over there guide you on your mistakes.
Is it mostly mental, or are there technique differences with those two spots?
A lot of technique differences. And that's why Diamador calls himself Mr. Bump and Run, because that's really all you do over there is just press coverage, lock somebody down all game, and just shut them out. And I commend him from that because I like pressing, but I like playing off too.
You think you'll be a boundary this week?
I probably will play in there. Mikhail stepped up, so Mikhail deserves playing time. So Mikhail's will get in the game. And so is DJ. So just depending on how things go and how things roll, I might get in there, I might not.
And Diamador possibly, so they've been practicing a little bit?
Oh no, Demo's gonna be back. Demo's always good.
This Washington State offense is a little different than most offenses you might face. As a cornerback, are you excited about that challenge?
Yes, it's 70,000 passes a game. You got about 1,000 yards receiving a game, so it's just like you got to shut that down. They're amazing. Leach started a lot of stuff, and you can go around the country and see how many people branched off from him with the idea of his offense. So you have to go against probably one of the greatest offensive minds in college football, and you have to shut him down. And even if he doesn't have the players to do it, he's always going to be able to make sure they get open and be able to get in position to make those plays. It's just up to them to make them. So we have to do our best to make sure to not allow them to get in that position, because no matter what you do, no matter what defense you run, Leach can dial it up.
Does the frequency of the pass wear defenses out, you think? Or why is that such a successful way of attacking defense?
It's just successful because Leach done what people always wanted to do on getting your best players in open space and forcing you to make one-on-one tackles. And you can ask anybody on the defense, the hardest thing to do in open field is to make a tackle. That's the hardest thing to do. So all Leach does is put all his dudes in open space and say, now I'm going to put my playmaker versus your playmaker one-on-one. What you going to do about it?
How do you guys feel your open field tackling has been? Pretty solid for you guys this year?
It's been very good because we decided to, it started off as spring ball this year, but pursuant to the ball, people was getting put up in meetings in red dots, and anybody know if you got a red dot on your name, you don't like it, so people just start pursuing to the ball more and more because nobody want to walk into the meeting the first 10 plays, it's just you not running to the ball. So you see everybody doing that, so I feel that helps us knowing that if I do miss this tackle, I have my teammates chasing behind me to try to make the play.
One of those guys that put in spaces, they're running back. I know you're not going to line up with him directly, but how tough is that going to be to be conscious of this? When you're a man or zone, that he could be into the flats.
He's something special. He's very special. You see against Houston, they called it back, but he took a wheel 65 yards to the house and outran the whole defense. And then you can just even go back to last year, the true freshman didn't practice all week, wasn't expecting to play, got in the game, and took a swing 20 yards to the house to end off to cap that 27-0 first half. So he's somebody special, somebody you got to look at, and he breaks a lot of tackles. If I'm not wrong, he's probably, I think, top 3 in the Pac-12 of forced missed tackles at the running back position. So you got to make sure you got to wrap up, you got to do everything technically right, because if you don't, he'll make you pay for it.
How much is that patented touchdown last year living there? Is that sticking in mind?
I'm on a revenge tour for anybody that kind of passed on me from last year and other teams too, but I don't even want to bring that up right now. So I also just got to make sure I do what I got to do, because that feeling to know that I gave up that catch, I think it was on 2nd down and 8, to kind of solidify the game, it hurt me from that point on, and I always tell myself, if I get a chance to get my get back, I'm going to get it.
You're so competitive. You popped up after that touchdown on Saturday. You were really agitated. Yes. Were you just angry at yourself on that, or were you angry at something that happened on the play, or just at yourself? Or?
More on myself. I seen they ran that play the series before, and it was kind of open, but it was in a different defense, and then they ran it again, and I knew it was coming, but I reacted too late, and that's what happens when you got a good quarterback like that, and Jacob Eason puts the ball in the money.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks, Thomas.